Hello, this is Mr. Frank, and we are going to learn the two-step.
1, 2, yeah, good, and bounce, good. Do the two-step, do the two-step, do the two-step, do the two-step, do the two-step.
What was that about, and what does that have to do with math? Well, that was a dance called the two-step, and we're going to learn two-step equations. So sit back down, settle down, maybe do a little dancing as we get into this. So here's our alphabet, and remember, we use letters to represent numbers in algebra. And we're going to use this visual to say when we're solving two-step equations or one-step equations, we want to get the letter all by itself. So that's a visual reminder. And then in two-step equations, just like in one step, we learned that to isolate x, or to get x all by itself, we need to use the inverse operation. So if we had addition, we undo addition with subtraction, and we would undo subtraction with addition. And if we had multiplication, we would undo multiplication with division, and we'd undo division with multiplication. So that's a nice little visual to remind you. The key thing with two-step, just like with order of operations, the key thing with two-step is order matters. And it's actually the reverse order of operations. If you remember PEMDAS, it's the reverse of that when we're undoing, which makes sense. When you undo, you want to undo it in the other direction. So first, when we're solving two-step equations, we're going to undo addition or subtraction. Then we're going to undo multiplication or division. So notice it's the reverse of PEMDAS. All right, to help you guys out, we're going to answer a few questions here. Make sure you got this. So answer those questions in that puzzle and come on back. All right, let's see how you did. You should have said to undo addition, we use subtraction. To undo division, we use multiplication. And when there are two-step equations, first we undo addition and subtraction, then multiplication or division. So hopefully you got that done correctly. All right, so here are a couple of visuals. I'm going to put them in the corners for you to remember. So this one up here is so you remember get x or get the letter all by itself. This one's here to remind you which to do first when we're undoing. So here's an example. We've got x divided by 2 minus 14 equals 8. I said two key words there. I said divided by, and I said minus. So if we have division and we have subtraction, which are we going to undo first? Yeah, we're going to undo subtraction first. So we undo subtraction with addition. So I got my line there by the equal sign. We undo subtraction with addition, so I'm going to add 14. And whatever I do to one side, I'm going to do to the other side. So I add 14 to both sides. Those 14s cancel out. And here's what I'm left with. X divided by 2 equals 22. So now I want to undo division. What am I going to undo division with? That's right, I'm going to use multiplication. So since I'm dividing by 2 in this equation, I want to multiply by 2 to undo it. And whatever I do to one side, I'm doing to both sides. Those 2's on the left cancel out. I am left with x equals 44. That is my answer. But am I sure? Let's check it. Because I love this about algebra. You can check your work. So wherever we see an x in this original equation here, we're going to put in an x. We're going to put in a 44. So we got 44 over 2 minus 14 equals 8. 44 over 2, let's see, what's that? That's 22. I got 22 minus 14 equals 8. And then 22 minus 14 is 8. So 8 equals 8. Let's give ourselves a big check mark. We got that right. Nice. So example number 2, we've got y divided by 4 plus 12 equals 20. So I said two keywords there. I said divided by and I said plus. That means we've got division here and we've got addition. So we got to undo those. And which are we going to undo first? Well, it says here, first undo, really, addition or subtraction. So let's undo plus 12. And the way we do that is we're going to subtract 12 from both sides. So we do that. I get y divided by 4 on the left-hand side. Those 12's cancel out. And I've got 20 plus negative 12. 20 plus negative 12. Let's do good guy, bad guy. 20 good guys, 12 bad guys. So I'd have 8 good guys left. So y divided by 4 equals 8. So I need to get rid of division. How am I going to get rid of division? I'm going to use multiplication. So I'm going to multiply 4 on both sides. And I'm left with y equals 32. So I'm feeling pretty good about that answer, but let's just double check. Wherever we go back to the original equation, when we see a y, we're going to put a 32 in there. So I got 32 divided by 4 instead of y divided by 4. Plus 12 equals 20. 32 divided by 4, that is 8. 8 plus 12 equals 20. Yes, we did it again. We are good. All right, let's do another one. So we got negative 3 times x plus 15 equals 24. So I said times and plus. So we got multiplication and we got addition in this one. We're going to undo addition or subtraction first. So how do we undo plus 15? We do it with subtraction. We're going to subtract 15 from both sides. I am left with negative 3x equals, now this would be 24 plus negative 15, or 9. So now I've got negative 3 times x. I said times. I want to undo multiplication with division and get that x all by itself. So I am going to divide both sides by negative 3. Not just 3, but negative 3, because I want to get rid of this negative sign as well. If there was a negative x here, x isn't all by itself. That's a negative x, and we've got to get that x all by itself. So I divide both sides by negative 3. The negative 3's on the left cancel out. I am left with x equals negative 3. I think I'm right, but let's check our answer. So we've got negative 3x plus 15 equals 24. I'll insert negative 3 for my x. So negative 3 times negative 3. Dating rules, remember those. Negative times a negative. It's going to be a positive. I get 9 plus 15 equals 24. 24 equals 24. We are on a roll. Now, I want you to practice this one on your own. All right, so draw that line down the middle. I'm going to pause here. Do this one on your own. Put the answer in Edpuzzle, and then come on back. All right, let's see how you did. So we have 7 minus 4 times x equals 15. So I said minus, actually it's really plus 7, and I've got a minus 4 times x. So let's actually, this is a little strange because we started with the number here. Before we were starting with the variable. But this is a positive 7, and I want to get the x all by itself. So I want to take care of this 7 here. And that's a positive 7. So I can get rid of that positive 7 with a negative 7. I could subtract 7 from both sides. So now I'm left with a negative 4x is equal to 8. Now I want to get rid of that negative 4, not just the 4, but I got to get rid of that negative 2 to get the x all by itself. So what do you divide by? I hope you said you divided by negative 4, because then we're left with x all by itself and x equals 2. And let's just check your work. Make sure you got it right. 7 minus 4. Now x here is negative 2, so I'm going to insert negative 2 for x, and that all equals 15. I've got 7 minus negative 8 equals 15. I'm going to add the opposite. So I get 7 plus 8 equals 15. 15 equals 15. We are doing well. I hope you got that right. If you didn't get that right, go back and review the last couple of examples, and that'll get you back on track. All right, so on your own, I want you to do these 2 problems. Put them in your notebook. Put your answers in Edpuzzle, and we will go over them in class tomorrow. All right, welcome back. Hope you got those answers right. We'll go over them tomorrow. So 2 things before you go. Please answer what you learned or were reminded of, and questions that you have are. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in school.
Yeah, good. And bounce, and bounce, good. Do the 2-step, do the 2-step, do the 2-step.